All right, cool. Folks, our next comedian coming to the stage is one of our debuts I told you about. So please, a nice warm welcome for Mr. Sam Selesnick. Let him hear it.
Hello, my name is Sam Selesnick. I am 16 years old from Pleasantville, New York. I go to Pleasantville High School. I'm 6 feet tall, 140 pounds, so clearly I'm the captain of my football team, wrestling team, prom king, and constantly have girls surrounding me wherever I go. None of that's true, but it felt good to say. I was recently here in New York for my newborn cousin's bris, and for those of you who don't know what a bris is, God, you're lucky. Basically, in the Jewish faith, it's believed that when an 8-day-old boy is circumcised, a holy connection with God is made. So for those men in the room who aren't Jewish but are circumcised, congratulations. You and God, you're like this. So I was at the bris and the butcher enters. Well, we don't call him the butcher, we call him the moil. You know, tomato. So we're at the bris and the moil, he enters all flamboyantly as if he's the guest on Oprah and he says, "I'm here, I am the moil." I always picture one of those hibachi chefs who do all the tricks with zucchinis and cucumbers and meat. And I began to think to myself while I was standing there, what inspires somebody to become a moil? What's the inspiration? Personally, I've never had the moment in school that must exist for some people when you're sitting there and you realize that what you want to do with your life is cut baby penises. This thought didn't really leave my mind for some time. So I was at a family dinner not too long ago and I thought, now's an appropriate time to bring this up again. So I turned to my grandma and I said, "Grandma, you're definitely the best Jew at the table. What drives somebody to become a moil?" And she said, "Well, Sam, in the Jewish faith it's believed that that the main covenant between God and Abraham was made when God asked Abraham to circumcise himself on top of Mount Sinai. And moils want to continue that holy connection." Ah. Alright. Now I totally know what was going through God's mind back then. Alright. I've got this guy, Abraham, and I feel like he'll do anything I say. Let's see. I'm gonna have him climb to the top of a mountain in the middle of the desert and cut his dick off. I was watching a foreign film with my grandparents not too long ago, and bam, a sex scene came on. Now, watching a sex scene with your grandparents is sort of like being launched into space. You can't move, you can't breathe, and once you're in, there is no turning back. It was kind of like we all committed a murder and we were sworn to secrecy. Towards the end, I witnessed this transformation in my 82-year-old grandfather as he leaned in as if to, convene a mafia meeting, and he was like, "All right, not a word of this to anybody. Do I make myself clear?" I also realized that during the scene, my grandparents sort of lost conception of what sex was. Like, they began to admit, "Huh." They became critics at an art museum. Oh, ooh, interesting. There have been 3 moments up to this point in my life that I will never forget. My bar mitzvah, my newborn cousin's bris, and watching a sex scene with my grandparents. It's a great icebreaker at a dinner party. You walk up to somebody and you say, "Hello, I have no idea who you are and know nothing about you, but I do have this one question. When was the first time you watched a sex scene in a movie with your grandparents?" I really wish that teenagers could be completely honest with people and just have no filter whatsoever, speak their mind, because I feel like with other adults that would lead to more intimate, honest conversations. Mom's making dinner. "Hey, Sam, can you take out the trash?" "No, fuck you." "Okay, dinner's ready at 5, okay? Love you, Sam. Love you too, Mom." Thank you so much. My name's
That's a debut performance from a 16-year-old high school student.